really sorry I'm late. I feel like really flustered.
So do I. I've just been in a 3.5 hour design meeting, and you know, in your
For the house?
3.5 hours, we had like a 10-minute like lunch. I've done it from home, and my head's spinning. You know, like towards the end when you're like sort of.
Well, similar. I've just been 2 hours meeting with my interior designer for the house, and when you called me, exciting. I was like, sugar. Usually I set alarms, or basically, but she was just leaving because I knew that it was at 2:30. That's why I said. But as you was calling my phone, thank God you was calling me because I was saying goodbye. But I always set alarms, and I hadn't. So,
oh well, nice little catch up, little break away from work.
Exactly. Edward's sleeping. He's like snoring.
So is Margot.
So I'm like, this is good timing.
I've got the baby monitor here next to me, hoping that she sleeps for the rest of the
perfect.
pod. But anyway, how are you?
Well, the most exciting thing I want to know about, and we haven't even spoke, is the NTAs. Tell me all about it. Tell us. You looked amazing, by the way. Also, there's pat pictures of you and Greg. Like, you look really... I'm joking. I was about to say drunk ones, but I'm just joking. Your face.
Well, no, I mean, that could have been possible.
Really? Did you get drunk?
Because, yeah, we did. I had one too many. But you know what happened? I done the classic. So had a really busy day doing loads of work stuff on Wednesday, the day of the NTAs. Yeah. Was it Wednesday? No, Tuesday. Still recovering. Don't even know what day of the week it is. So I had a really busy work day, and I had a wrap for lunch, and then I can't even tell you, right? So you know, like that last minute rush to get out the door
every time
for the NTAs.
Yeah,
every time when and the kids had just got back from school. Anyway,
yeah,
Greg. He basically, he had all day to get his outfit sorted, and he didn't. And we was filming, so we was filming the whole process, getting ready. Like, the film crew had been with us all day. They was filming us on our way up there, on the carpet. Anyway, so he can't find his cufflinks. He's wearing a tux, can't find his cufflinks. That's drama 1. Then he can't find his bow tie, drama 2. Now he's got a shirt that he needs to be ironed. Mum was like, it's fine, I'll iron the shirt. My iron's not working properly. So it was just like one thing after the other. I'm standing there ready to go.
Yeah.
Xanthi, like my manager, she's with us as well. She's coming to the carpet with us because obviously you have to do the press interviews. And she was freaking out, right? Anyway, we finally get in the car. So we've got to stop at Marx's en route to get Greg a bow tie. One in the high street. So it was like, okay, we'll stop en route. Now we're like really pushing it for time. And we forgot the tickets. You know, you need your passes to go.
Yeah, because it's so busy, the NTAs. It's like thousands of people. You need them tickets.
So busy. So we had to turn around, get the tickets. We stopped at Marx's. We got the bow tie. Oh, it was just like,
palaver.
It was like everything was a palaver. Everything was delaying us. Anyway, got to the carpet. I don't know if it was the time slot that we got there. It was so busy. You know, like I never remember. I don't really do many red carpets, but like I always feel like the NTA one is usually quite quick. But it was we was on it for, I'd say, a good 45 minutes, hour. Like, it was a lot of
I feel like over the years, the NTA's just got bigger and bigger. Like, every year there's a new Love Island series or another series. Everyone goes. So, like, the guest list has just got bigger and bigger, because it kind of used to be maybe like This Morning, the soaps, you know, ITV's favourite realities. But now I feel like the guest list is bigger and bigger. And obviously I didn't go this year, but even last year, the year before, I can remember the backlog of celebrities to do their pictures was like, you're just sort of standing around, aren't you? It's like, it's not very glamorous at all.
And there's loads of like fans obviously there as well. So like you sort of want to take the time to speak to some of them and do photos and autographs, whatever else. So, but no, it was really good. So we get to the red carpet. Once you've done the red carpet, you do feel like you can relax a little bit.
I think so. I think you get... I always, no matter how many years you've been doing this, every time before you step out the car to do red carpet pictures, I think you get anxious. Because there's like 50 to 100 photographers, and it's just like, you don't know, you freeze a little bit, don't you? But your pictures were lovely, and I really liked the picture of you and Greg kissing on the lips.
Oh, yeah. Nice little
I thought you was going to post that one. I don't know why, I just thought it was really nice. Carry on talking. I'm just gonna,
do you know what I forgot?
Do you mind if I mute you a minute? I'm having a bite of a sandwich.
Go on.
I'm so hungry.
Mute me or mute yourself?
Mute myself so I can listen to you, because no one wants to hear me eat myself. I'm so hungry. Go for it.
Go ahead. so I don't care if you want to just eat the sandwich. So anyway, got sick. Then we go to the box. There was like, so all I'd eaten all day was a wrap, right? So as soon as we got there, I was like, oh, I'm really hungry. Anyway, had like in the box, there's usually things like burgers, chips, like more substantial, but it was all like little picky bits, like cheese and biscuits and like salami. Like it wasn't like anything substantial. So I had a plate of food, had one glass of champagne. So I thought, right, I'm not going to drink loads of champagne because I know that goes straight to my head.
Yeah.
Then I had a couple of vodka, lime and sodas, but it just went to my head. I think and like when we first got in our box, it was really quiet. It was nice. Like we were just chatting.
What was you in the ITV box? What box was you in? Okay or?
Yes, we was with ITV. So just chatting to like, you know, some of the people that work at ITV and commissioners and stuff. And then before you knew it, our box was heaving. Like but I think there was a lot of people in the box like everyone, they're not necessarily invited in that box, but people end up at the end of the night, don't they? Everyone goes into each other's boxes.
I was going to say, I remember the ITV box was always a hot spot because a lot of people would be in there trying to pitch themselves to like the
commissioners.
The commissioners, like, I've got a really good idea for a show, you know, like everyone's trying to get to ITV.
I'm just saying, right, I didn't witness it firsthand, but Greg said that he overheard a few conversations like that.
No
people
way.
Trying, like,
please
talk
tell me.
About their own
You haven't
shows.
got to name any names, but please tell me at least one story that you heard.
No, just basically pitching for their own show, like just pitching, like, wanting their own show.
Okay, yeah.
But hilarious. I didn't witness it. This come from Greg.
No,
anyway,
it's really funny,
see, like, it is really funny. But there was loads of, it was really nice to see, like, some old faces, you know, like
Towie
people that you
faces.
don't, like, like, it was lovely to see Jess. Like, me and Jess were chatting for ages, like, having a good catch up. Our friend Laurie.
Yeah, Laurie. Laurie's always at the, she's always at, she texted me actually before saying, are you going? Oh, Miss Laurie.
She was there. It was lovely to catch up with her. And then, so in my head, before I left, I thought, like, that day, I was quite stressed out and it was really hot and I was thinking, right, just have a few drinks, go home. After party. No. Everyone's like, you're going to the after party. Anyway, the after party, as we know, it's just downstairs.
Right.
In that bar,
okay, so I thought you was going like some club or something then.
No, well, I think apparently, I don't know if there was like someone in the club. We just went downstairs. I think we had one drink and then we just left. Like we escaped because.
So who was more drunk,
like,
you or Greg? I'm guessing you then.
Me, because I hadn't eaten, and Greg said to me that I was passed out in the cab. Like,
can I just say one thing? Usually it's Greg in the O2. So this,
I know. What is it about the O2 and us? But yes, I did have probably one too many, which I wasn't planning on.
Yeah.
But
that's fine. You let your hair
the
down.
Drinks are flowing. Like there was a lady in the box. She just kept coming over with
I
more
actually
drinks,
think sometimes it can go one way or the other. It can actually be a bit stale, and you're like, "Get me home. My feet are hurting." It's probably better that you relaxed a bit and had a drink because sometimes when you go to them big, huge events, you actually can't wait just to get home and get in your car because you're sort of standing around small talk. But you obviously had a really good night and let your hair down, so don't worry about it.
Well, yeah, maybe, but also I think as well, you know, like the anxious nerves, like you were saying about the red carpet, like subconsciously you feel like, and then when you like get in there and you're like, oh, just have a couple of drinks, like. But yeah, it was fun. We had a good time. We had a really fun night, and we did see like loads of people that we hadn't seen in a while. Nice. So I think like when you're just chatting, drink. Like,
what time did you get home? Do you know
what
time did you get back?
We got home about 1:30, and I'd say at 6:30, Nelly was peering over me. Mum had stayed. Mum looked after the kids for us.
Oh, so that's not too bad.
Mum got up with Margot early, which was obviously a godsend. I had Nelly peering over me like, oh, Mummy, can you do my hair, please? And I was like, well, you know, you're all like a bit dishevelled. So I got up, like, helped.
The worst thing in the world. Oh, it's really
honestly
horrible, isn't it?
Like and it was so hot as well, wasn't it, on Wednesday?
Yes.
Well, yesterday. So it was. I wasn't.
What you
feeling
needed to do is jump.
Self.
You needed to jump in your cold plunge that Greg's got, and then had a steam.
I
drank
should have.
A load of water, and then had a curry that night.
Greg had a steam.
Did he?
Greg had a steam, but I got in the pool and like.
What would you say your hangover cure is? Like, what's your food? What's your morning go to? And then what's your evening?
Well,
what did you have?
Yesterday,
what did you have on Wednesday?
I had a cheese and ham toasty.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I had a cheese and ham toasty, and then I had tea and biscuits in the afternoon. Yeah. And then we had cheeseburger on the barbecue and chips for dinner.
That's a good one.
So it was it was quite nice.
I always like to have a curry in the evening because I feel like when you drink and you have a hangover, you kind of like your taste buds all over the place, aren't you? So I always find like spicy food like really helps. It's like you crave spice.
Yeah. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Like that kind of like something with flavour in it. But yeah, so I was a little bit not my usual self yesterday.
You guys know we talk about bedtime struggles on this podcast all the time, and having 3 kids now is definitely a lot more of a challenge, isn't it, Billie?
Yes, I always think bedtimes in our house, like sometimes they can be quite hectic. It's like everyone wants to do something at the same time, and then obviously with Margot, it's like I'm trying to keep the house really calm.
Absolutely. Well, I've actually got the best hack for making bedtimes easier, and it's been an absolute lifesaver in our house.
Go on then, share it with us.
Okay, so we've recently been using the Tony Box by Tony's, who are sponsoring this podcast. When I'm putting Edward to bed, little Paul and Rosie absolutely love putting a story on the Tony Box, and because it's screen-free, it's so good at helping them wind down. They're now so much more relaxed when I join them in bed.
That's such a good idea because the Tony boxes are really easy for them to use themselves, aren't they? The kids can just pick up their favourite character and pop them on the box and it will start telling a story straight away.
Exactly. They wind down easier and they are so much more relaxed at bedtime now and they listen to their Tony Box. And the best part is that the Tony Box will last for years because there are perfect characters for every age.
And as a special treat for our listeners, you can get 10% off Tony Boxes and Tony Box bundles with the code SamandBillie10.
That's 10% off on Tony Boxes and Tony Box bundles when you visit www.tonies.com and use the code SamandBillie10.
So we've got some questions from our listeners about red carpet events. Okay,
go for it. Do you get time to catch up with everyone? Does it get clicky? I guess it does. Back in the day, it used to be super clicky. Only because of all the drama that might have happened filming your series of Towie or something, and it's like, I don't want to bump onto them on the red carpet.
So true. I mean, I think there probably was some drama there, but
I read online that there was a drama between.
I wasn't in it.
I read online that there was an argument between Maura and Faye.
I was actually with Maura for a little while.
Did you witness the argument?
No, I didn't.
So apparently they had an argument, but I don't know. I don't even.
How's that?
I just saw someone was filming them. I just saw the headline.
Oh no!
I didn't even click on it.
Oh, see, that's the thing, isn't it? Like, that's the thing. Like when you go out now and you're in the public eye, like people are just like with their phones, aren't they? And I actually haven't seen any of this. I need to have a little look online.
I didn't click, so I don't actually know what happened. But yeah, they had an argument apparently.
Oh God!
And someone filmed it.
Okay. What's the worst red carpet interview you've done? I don't think I've had a really bad one. I've always had pretty quite genuine upbeat interviews. Like I had a few on the carpet there and it was all very positive, and actually one of the interviews was just saying, how are you going to feel tomorrow? Hungover, 3 young kids. I was just like, you just have to get on with it, don't you?
Well, I was thinking something that happened to me once. It's not that bad, but do you know sometimes they ask you where your outfit's from, where's your dress from and your shoes and whatever. And I said the complete wrong designer for one of my dresses once. Complete wrong. It couldn't have been any different. And I was like, what was I thinking? Why did I not get that right? I had no idea. But anyway, it wasn't a big deal. But yeah, I can't think of anything actually, you're right, that's really... I think I've probably been asked a few dodgy questions that I've not wanted to answer on the spot when they're filming you.
Well, that's...
Because they know when you're on the red carpet, there's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of like you're rushing, so you like, and your agent might not be able to hear, like, do you know what I mean? So I think there's been a few questions before where it's like really unnecessary or a little bit of a dig or about another celebrity, and I've just said I'm not answering that.
Had to swerve.
Swerve
that one.
Who would you say, who was your like best dressed?
I thought Michelle Keegan looked really lovely. She almost had like a two-piece on. Although I didn't see her there, I've only seen like pictures. There were so many people that I didn't see in there, but
I
saw
the
pictures online.
Michelle online. I had a little look at everyone's outfits.
Actually, quite a lot of people wore black this year. Like quite a lot of celebrities wore black, and obviously I wore black as well. And actually, I think like sometimes black's just nice, isn't it? Like it does look good on the red carpet.
It's very classic.
Very
But
glamorous.
you'll never look back at that black dress and be like, what was I thinking? Because it's just classic, right?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it was. I was worried I was going to be like, you know, like a pencil in the car, like not be able to sit in it properly because it was like almost like
really
a little
fitted, wasn't it?
corseted, like, but it was fine.
Do you know who else I thought looked really nice on her? It was a little bit of a wild card, but I think she looked really nice. You know the girl from Love Island, blonde hair. She had purple feathers.
Oh, the lilac outfit. I see that. That was lovely.
It was Tasha from Love Island. Purple feathers.
Yeah, actually, that was lovely. That popped up on my Instagram yesterday. That was really lovely.
I thought it just looked really good on her, and she's young, and, you know, it was a bit of probably a risk to go that colour, and then, but I think it looked really nice.
Yeah, really nice.
Okay, so next question. How long did you stay at the event? Did you stay for the awards? Did you slip out the back door, or did you stay the whole night?
So we was there pretty much, the whole, I mean, we didn't leave till probably like 1:45. So we was there for quite a lot of the, quite a lot.
Do you know what though?
Probably a bit too long.
Do you know what I have done before though is, have you ever done the red carpet and then left?
Not gone in the
Yeah, have you not ever done that?
No, I don't think I have.
I've done it twice. And actually one was a really valid reason because I remember I was breastfeeding Paul at the time, baby Paul, when he was a baby and he was around the corner. So I, in a hotel with Paul's mum, and I'd done the red carpet, went in for like half an hour and then just slipped.
Yeah, that is a valid reason to be fair. At least you made the
I
effort.
think it happens a lot more than people think, especially like the cinema ones, like because the red carpet.
But also as well, like I always think to myself, like, I always look at, you know, like obviously like all the TV presenters that have to go on TV really early in the morning. Or like I think they must just probably like just do the carpet, maybe go and have one drink and then leave.
Yeah, because it's, mind you, a lot of them do have to stay because they might be up for awards, you know.
Oh, that's true.
So they have to see
of course.
the night out.
They're nominated. Yeah.
Okay, so next question. What is your favourite part of the evening? What would you say your favourite part was? Stopping off in Marks is on the way.
I think maybe like, I do think like the getting ready process is really fun. You know, like because we don't do red carpets a lot. I think it's lovely to like get really glam. Although I didn't really get loads of like nice, like I didn't even get a photo of me and Greg before we left the house, you know, because it was so rough.
I actually thought that your pictures on your phone, like your iPhone, your own pictures were really nice.
Are the drinks free?
They sure are.
Yes, they are.
They sure
which of
are
you
free.
is most likely to stay out? Which of you is most likely to stay out late at the after party? Well, clearly me, that last time. But actually,
depends. With me, it's like all or nothing. So I don't really go out that much.
Yeah.
When I do, it's like party to the end.
that was a bit like me. That was a bit like me, actually.
Mind you, though, like if I've been to what's coming up, Pride of Britain, I don't think I've ever been drunk at Pride of Britain.
No, because that's a different kind of event, isn't it?
It really is.
Not really. The NTAs, I feel like, is a bit more of like a...
like it's a bit more of a shindig.
And
like, also you're in boxes.
Yeah.
You're actually in boxes watching like a show. It's not like a sit down listening to like sad or heroic stories, is it? It is a different vibe.
Yeah, completely different vibe. Okay. Do you get nervous for the photos to come out the next day?
Yes. They sort of come out instantly
yes.
now, don't they, these days? They're
Instantly,
just online
yeah.
before you even sit down.
Yeah, I feel like it is one of those things, isn't it? Because, you know, once the photos are out there, that's it. And you do just hope that you get like nice photos and...
Well, that's the thing. And also, like, we've all been there where they get dodgy angle, or your makeup might be a bit white under the eye, or you might see, like, I don't know, your bra or something. Because it's so many flashes and so many different cameras and angles that, and let's be honest, most of the time, the onlines don't really always want to use the nice ones. Like, I always find they probably, out of thousands, they choose probably the ones that you wouldn't like the most. It's the nature of the game.
I just think they just pick anyone, don't they?
Yeah, they just go, that'll do.
Like they don't really like...
Yeah, there's no like thought process. They're not like thinking about us, are they? It's just like, yeah, that'll do.
No.
So you had a good night.
I'm going to make sure I'm really organised for Pride of Britain.
Yeah, me too. I've actually got a fit in soon.
I don't want to be doing that was like... That was... Huh?
I said I've actually got a fit in.
What kind of dress are you going for?
Don't know yet. I'm getting Carl to style it because I can't. The last few big ones I've just dressed myself and I find it too stressful. So I'm going to get him to bring a load of options.
I know exactly what you mean.
Right, should we do a dilemma? Yes. We haven't done one in a while, have we? Right, okay. So my husband's best friend is having an affair. Because of this, I've deleted him off social media as I feel too guilty knowing what he's doing and I want no part of it. I won't speak to him and he's fully aware I don't like him. Do you think I'm guilty by association? Am I in the right not wanting my husband to socialise with him at the minute? What should I do? Oh, that's really hard. Best friend.
It's really hard because...
It's really hard because...
It's really difficult.
You kind of...
Because it's like a friend...
I think it probably... it's so hard because it is... such a tricky one because it's almost like you don't want to be the person that tells her. This is really bad because if he knows, she knows, why is he still doing it? He's risking everything. So it's like, I think she's thinking like he's a bad, like all the things that we would probably think. He's a bad influence. He's well, yeah, and they're obviously having to like do social things together, and then the wife's sitting there and she knows that he's having an affair. Yeah, that's where it would be. Yeah, okay. Maybe it's not her. Really it's not her position to say anything. Then, what should I do? Am I in the right not wanting my husband to socialise with him at the minute? I think maybe out of respect, maybe that her husband should probably mention that I'm in a position here where my wife knows what's going on. But then, like, I don't know. I think if he's the best friend, right, he should say, look, what are you doing? What are you playing at? Do you want to be with this person? Because if you do, put your wife out of her misery and making it really awkward for me and my wife. Like, what's the deal here? Like, is it just a fling? Like, because really, I agree with her. She must feel so awkward when they're all together and doing things, knowing what she knows. Completely. It's a really hard one. Oh, it's a tricky one. It's really tricky because we don't know the full story. Like, is she really good friends with his wife? Like, do they have to go? Do you know what I mean? So it's quite hard to judge. Yeah, like, do they socialise a lot? Yeah. I think it's hard for her to tell him you can't hang out with him. Yeah. But then what she should say to her husband is, you need to get some answers out of him because this can't carry on type thing, maybe. Yeah. Okay, next dilemma, go for it. Dear Sam and Billie, me and my partner are getting married in 2 years' time and we've started guest list together. Ooh. My partner isn't happy about me inviting my bridesmaid's brother because he's never met him before. Classic. But we're inviting their parents, so I can't leave the son out. I have allowed my partner to invite family on his side that I don't even like. How do you handle the dreaded guest list dilemma? I just think that's just one. Look, if that's just one person, invite the person. Yeah. That's minor. Yeah, I do. I think that's minor as well. Because honestly, like I remember me and Greg, like when we was doing our guest list for our wedding, it's
very hard if there's a few like politics
Yeah.
within friends and family. I mean, luckily we didn't really have many at all, but because we got married obviously in the Maldives, we had to have a really tight guest list. I think we still had like 85 people, but we had to be quite cutthroat because we've got and Greg has a really big family.
Much bigger than
like,
ours.
his family's much bigger than ours. So that was where, and like it got to a little bit of a point where Greg had lots more people than me, and then I was a bit like, hold on a minute, no. Then should be able to invite a few more of my friends, or you know, like it really doing a wedding guest list and a wedding table plan, sorry, I think are two very stressful things about planning a wedding. But I do think, look, have the one per.
If it's just that one person, he shouldn't
not
really say anything because it's one person. The parents go,
No.
like, okay, I kind of get his point. It's like, well, no one knows his brother, but then if they're a close family, just invite the whole family. Like, if the four of them are close, just invite. Like, what's one person going to be?
And it might make her bridesmaid feel awkward because it's her brother. So it's like, why would you wouldn't want the family to feel awkward, would you?
No.
Like I know there's got to be a cut-off, but one person, I think you could let that slide.
I think so. I hope you figure it out. Okay, so should we do some Ask Us Anything?
Yeah.
And what are your autumn wardrobe staples? Do you know what I ordered the other day? I ordered a really nice from Revolve. It's like a chunky knit jumper dress, but it's like elasticated in the middle, so it gives you a waist, so it's not just straight to the floor.
Nice.
And then there's also a bit of a slit up to the knee, so you could wear like a really nice pair of, winter boots. And it's like really chunky on top, but then it brings you in at the waist, if you can picture what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
it's like that.
I do think a knitted dress is always like, I definitely say knitted dress is like a real autumn staple, isn't it?
Sorry, 1 second.
I also
really
think like a good pair of jeans.
Hi, sorry. Might have to do the last bit of Edward here.
Oh, hello. Oh my God, I've really missed him. Oh, autumn wardrobe staples. So you're saying knitted dress. I'm saying also I do think a good pair of jeans.
Yeah.
I think a really good pair of black leather look leggings.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong. I've actually got, I think that they're like, you know, like you want comfortable ones. What else? Like a really nice white long sleeve.
Yeah, and actually, I found a really good one on ASOS. You know, Stradivarius. I never know how to pronounce it. Do you know that?
Yes,
Stradivarius, whatever it is. ASOS stock it. It's like a ribbed long sleeve top, which is a little bit short, but it looks really quite nice with high waisted jeans. So you haven't got like all your tummy out. Bah.
Yeah,
but you've got a little bit out. Bah.
What advice would you give someone just starting their TV career now? I think it's really important when you're in TV that you stay, like, it depends what kind of TV you're doing. If you're doing reality TV, I think it's so important that you are just 100% yourself.
Yeah, it depends what TV they're doing, because if they're going into like acting, let's say, I guess they might be looking for advice to like how to handle the media and things like that. And I just think if you're going into like acting, let's say, and you're about to, you know, become famous, I would just say that you need to, I guess when it comes to like journalists and questions and things, like if you don't want to answer something, or if you don't want to go to something, don't feel like you have to. You're like, if you sit in front, do you know when you do like magazine interviews and you have a journalist and stuff, and they might ask you certain questions that you don't feel comfortable with? Back in the day, we'd just answer it however we felt was right because we felt like we had to.
Yeah.
And you don't. Do you know what I mean? I just think like you should always just...
Do you know what? If that is so true, like I think that comes with age and experience though, doesn't it, as well? Because you think, oh...
Exactly.
Like, because now I would say, I'm really sorry, but I'm not going to talk about that. That's what I just say.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, do we have to go into that?
I just say, like, I'm just kind, like friendly about it, not rude about it. I just say, I'm really sorry, but I can't answer that.
Okay, next question. What was the highlight of your summer?
Well, I think for me, it would probably be going on holiday to Greece, having a really lovely time.
Yeah, nice.
Margot started crawling, you know, like just had a really, really lovely summer.
I think mine would be, obviously, it would be natural to say going on holiday with the children, but I think mine is I had a real turning point in my head to get back into fitness.
Oh,
And I
yeah,
actually
you
think
need to do
like
that.
the height of summer is quite a strange time to do that because people usually do it before summer, don't they, to get summer ready?
Yeah, cool. So yeah,
But
building up. The
I kind of
summer.
something just clicked one day, and I was like, I need some energy. Like I've been gym this morning actually. I just really enjoy it. Like I get in the car, I drive there, I do a class. They've got a nice little coffee shop next door. Do you know, like it's that hour and a half to myself, and it makes me feel really good.
But also, that's really good for like your own like self-care.
Yeah,
isn't
it really
like, 'cause
is.
You feel like you've actually done something in the day. You've had that moment just to do. I've been messaging my PT this morning. I'm getting back onto it next week.
Yeah,
on
but it does
Tuesday.
really make you
I'm
feel
like,
good.
I need. Of course it does, and it does give you so much more energy.
Well, this is the thing, right? Okay, the first couple of weeks, if you haven't done it for as long as I did, I was shattered.
It is
like my body
hard,
was
yeah.
aching. The Epsom salt baths weren't touching the sides, and then I was going to bed and was like in bits. But now that's out the way. Now I'm actually going to the gym and then
Yeah.
having energy all day. Like it's so good for you. Can't believe
That's
I
the
didn't do
thing,
it
you do-
sooner after having Edward.
Sooner, you do have to get through that first couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And once you're in it, that's it. And then when you start seeing results, it makes you feel even more.
Yeah.
But it's just consistency, isn't it? It's like you have to just be consistent with it. Like you've got to say, no, I am going to go today. Like not put it off.
Yeah, I'm trying to do 3 days a week, and then the days that I'm not training, I try not to overindulge as much. So I'm just trying to like get that balance. But no, that's probably one of my highlights. Okay, so
That's really
next
good.
question. What is one thing you would change about your life? That's quite a deep question. I could improve. I don't know about change. Like I would like to be a better chef.
Yeah. I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, not change, but like improve on certain things.
You know, like I just stick to my same old dinners, my same old lunches, my same old things each week. Like I would love to be able to rustle anything up and be like, ta-da! Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it just tastes really
Same.
good. Like I know that comes with experience and age, but I just think that would be something I'd like to improve.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything I would majorly change.
I wish I had like a better attention span.
Yeah, but that's because we're just new mums again.
Like I wish I could concentrate like on certain things.
Well, you
but
need to get mushroom lion's mane in you.
I've got the coffee and it made me feel
Why?
crazy.
Dizzy. Just do half.
Yeah.
Do half the dosage
That's it. I need to do
because
yeah,
the
I
lion's
want to
mane is
find
really
it,
good for your
actually.
brain and cognitive support.
Oh, just really quickly. Everyone wants to know what the fake tan brand is that you
one sec.
spoke about.
Just burnt another 30 calories. James Reed.
Oh,
Ever heard of them?
I know. Yeah, is it white and gold?
Yes.
I know which one.
So
you
it's really
mean,
good.
Yeah.
And they also have this like spray instant, like for your body, if you've got like a little dress on when you spray your legs. And you do not get streaks. It's really good. I'm not getting paid for this, by the way, guys. It's not an ad. But no, it's really good. I really think it's a good one. So yeah.
Wowzers. Okay. Well, on that note,
On that note, I love you lots. Is Marco still sleeping?
love you too. Yeah, still asleep.
What a result. I'm going to go and play with Edward now. Poor Rosie will be home in half hour.
Yeah,
I'm going to make sausages for dinner.
Home soon. I actually made a bolognese this morning.
Oh, I did yesterday.
And then I had like my meat. I did it like because I thought I just wanted to be done so I can like enjoy.
I did it yesterday actually, and that's what Edward had
Sun.
for lunch just then. And when he came in, I could smell it on his breath. Like obviously,
Yeah.
like, a bit of onion and garlic. I can smell it. I was like, oh, okay. Well, have a lovely day.
Thank you. And
Thanks
you,
for
and I'll
listening,
speak to you
guys.
later.
Yeah. Mwah. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.